What about this dude there hanging in mid-air? That's not right. Look at this bot up there. It's a dead bot, but it's flying in the middle of the air. Like, it's not doing anything. It's just sitting there. What the heck? Oh man, things are going on really weird right now.
What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to a new test server here on War Robots with a brand new bot called Falcon and, a new weapon called Flux, which you can see right here. It's basically a heavy version of the Gekko, which I've already announced in yesterday's short, update about the test server here. And today's video is about showing the gameplay with all those new things, guys. I'm really excited. Let's jump right into this. You can see here, this is the Falcon bot. You have 3 heavy weapons mounted on this thing at the same time, and it has a bit of a strange ability though. Normally you only fire, as you can see right now, you only have one weapon active. You cannot manually switch to the other weapons like the dog can. You can only do that using the ability. So usually, most of the time, you're running around with only one heavy weapon. But, as you can see in the upper left corner, I'm taking very little damage, even though everyone is firing at me. And that was because I basically have a 66% resistance against all kinds of damage while using one weapon, okay? So, the ability will make you jump forward, and as this guy right there does, fire with all 3 weapons at the same time. But unlike yesterday where I got it wrong, when you activate the 3 weapons and you jump, this is when your damage resistance stops. So you will get full damage during the time when you use all 3 weapons, okay? And that's a really, really cool ability because basically you have around 105,000 health I have right now, okay? So if I use only one of my weapons and not use the ability, then I will have basically 315,000 health on level 8. That's a huge amount of health. That's basically being a tank. That's a massive tank that we are, okay? And here I'm also using the Ansel shield. I wanted to test if the resistance also applies to the Ansel shield. Does the Ansel shield have 3 times more health then? Does it regenerate 3 times faster? None of that, okay? So if you use this bot with an Ansel shield in the middle, and you can only have the Ansel in the middle, you cannot have the Ansel shield on one of the weapons that will activate with the ability, okay? So if you use the Ansel here, you basically give up on the ability that you have more damage output or something like that, or resistance, right? The resistance only counts to your health and not to any kind of shielding. But I'm glad I tested it because otherwise I wouldn't have known that and couldn't have been able to, or wouldn't have been able to tell you this, okay? So, once again here, we have activated the 3, or we had activated the 3 weapons. We're back to 1. So, the duration of having all 3 weapons active is during the entire jump, and when you land, you have 5 more seconds. So right now I'm jumping, all 3 weapons active, I land, now I have my 3 weapons active for another 5 seconds, and then it will switch automatically back to 1 weapon, and it activates the damage resistance again. I hope you guys are following me here, because this is a little bit hard to describe. If I want to make it easy, basically, I would have to say you have only 1 weapon, but damage resistance, a lot of health basically, and if you use the ability to jump, you have all 3 weapons but no damage resistance, okay? So this is how we can make it easy. And 3 weapons, of course, 3 times heavy weapons, Redeemer, Thunder, whatever you want, Ember in the future maybe, what is it called? The Thermite, right? Any kind of heavy weapon is pretty powerful, and if you have it 3 times on a bot, man, this is crazy. So this is definitely a fun machine to run, and it looks like a beast. Look at that beast, man, with 3 Redeemers pointing down there. But I think this bot is actually well balanced. I don't think that this bot is overpowered at all. I really think they have made a really interesting bot with an absolutely fun ability without going overboard, making it overpowered in any way. Because, yeah, you have massive health right now, but you only fire with 1 weapon, right? And once you activate the ability, then you basically are a super quick kill because you don't even have that much health to begin with, right? And you're not getting a stealth ability during the jump. So the Falcon is really something I would love to see on the live server because it just seems fun. It just seems amazingly fun to play this. And yeah, Hopefully you guys are seeing this the same way, and if not, let me tell you, let me hear what you guys think about it, okay? Of course, everyone is running it right now, but the Mercury was also a very popular bot on the test server. We're gonna have a look at the Mercury in a second, of course, also at the heavy weapon Flux, or the, you know how it's called, yeah, Flux, that's the name, the heavy Gekko, if you will. So that's what we're doing right now. This is the Natasha that has 2 times Gekko and 2 times the Flux, okay? So let's beam the heck out of this guy over there. You see him? 2 Mercuries. They're both jumping now. But this guy, this is a Falcon bot, and he's in midair. Did you see how much damage I was able to inflict? That was like the hit points, they went away so quick because he was in the 3-weapon mode, so he had no damage resistance at that time. And he's taking massive health damage right then. The damage is almost over here, but we have a lot more for you guys. I really sat down and recorded the best moments for quite a long time, so I can give you like really a good overview about everything we had. Here the Falcon bot once again activated the 3-weapon mode and was very vulnerable during that time. He gets lasered very quickly. 3 beacons, 7 kills, 900-something thousand damage, and whoop whoop whoop! The Falcon bot somehow has this animation when you switch windows in the hangar. Anyways, the Mercury, as you can see down there, has a red circle now that displays you how, you know, much the range is of your explosion radius. So while being in the air, it displays your explosion radius at the ground. However, you can, of course, manually trigger the explosion, same as I did here, and then you will change where the circle keeps going. You will basically just land down flat on the ground and putting the circle back right below you, basically, right? The Mercury is a very fun bot to play too. It has 1 heavy weapon, 2 light weapons, and a stealth jump and a stealth ability for 3 seconds afterwards. Only 3 seconds. That's a very short one, but you know, you have the ability when you land, you make a big explosion. Once again, if you haven't yet seen the video about the Mercury, upper right corner is a video for you. Right now, I was waiting for him to use his 3-weapon mode, and then as soon as I thought I can make him miss his shots, I went into mine and kind of, you know, eliminated him in 2 shots. The way you run this bot is pretty easy. Like it's not easy. Because you can do so much more if you know how to handle this bot well, right? If you just played like any other bot, you might just die really quickly and that's it. You jump in the next one and you might not be that happy. But if you really play very careful, then you do what I do here. You let the enemy fire at you with all their firepower and shoot back at them with just 1 weapon. Because right now, I only take 33% of the damage that he is doing. And as soon as I know he's going to reload, which is pretty much now. He now is in reload mode. Well, okay, 2 of these weapons. I was attacked from behind. Okay, let's show you this again, okay? When I'm not being attacked from behind. Because you have the tankiness in this Falcon bot so much that you can really just take hits. You can take the hits and run with 1 weapon, no problem there. You do 33% of your altogether damage, but you also only take 33% of the damage that the enemy does, basically, right? And as soon as you know you're not being focused, nobody's firing at you for a second, or your enemy is reloading, then you can go in and take your shot with all 3 weapons. Look, I know there's a death button Griffin, massive firepower. What do? I walk into his line of fire and let him shoot all his rockets, okay? And as soon as I know he has fired most of his clip empty, I switch to 3 weapons and eliminate him really quickly with all firepower. And he can only give me a little bit of fire back because he just used all his ammo, basically. And yeah, I really enjoy playing this thing. It's definitely a little death machine, but it's not really much more powerful than some other bots are in the game. I think a Lancelot is more powerful in my opinion than this guy. Lancelot is definitely more powerful in my opinion. Yeah. So we have an AFK Raijin standing there, but in the background is a Fujin, right? He just fired his 3 Vortex into my 66% damage resistance, and I know he's reloading, so I might as well just activate my 3 weapons and do this, right? Let's see how much damage we have done. 1,067,000 damage in this round. 3 beacons capped and 9 kills. Another match, and this time we're running a little bit more of the Thunder. I want to show you the Thunder version in action. We're draining the shield here on the other, I think that's also a Falcon. Yeah, he's got the Ansel shield on top. And I think, Pixonic, it would be great if you could make it so that the Ansel shield on this Falcon bot has also 66% more resistance when he's using one weapon. And maybe regenerate 66% faster during that time as well. This way, you have an active tank. You have a really tanky bot that is just there to defend your friends and do some amazing team play, right? And he doesn't even fire back at you because he has the Ansel shield there. So he's not firing, but he will be massively tanky, okay? And he can help his friends. And as soon as he activates the weapon mode, he gives up all the tankiness and goes into damage mode and fires, and takes a lot of heat back. And also the Ansel shield takes full damage then. I think really it would be a great thing if the Ansel shield would also benefit from the resistance. I don't think it would be overpowered. I think it would be just right and fun to use as a really, really good way to assist your team with a massive shield tank. Because essentially that would be a 3 Ansel, it would basically be a bot with 3 Ansel shields, kind of, right? Without firing, just having 3 Ansel shields, so to speak, and then it activates the ability. So it can be countered, but you have to be careful and not give it all the firepower. I thought I'm out of range. See, the Mercury jumped at me, I took half my health as damage, but I was able to do the same to him. But I thought I'm out of range. Unfortunately, I was not out of range. We're being attacked here with. I jumped into the Galahad. By the way, I really think the Galahad is it's just a beast. The Galahad can be such a powerful machine. You wouldn't believe how much I usually do with the Galahad on the test server, because the biggest opponents you have there usually are Mercuries. Okay, when they jump at you, that's dangerous. And you have, sometimes you have a dock with Orkans, that's crazy. But usually you have many Lancelots with Plasma, right? And those are normally the biggest end bosses in this test server. I always call them noobs a lot because on the test server they are just so dominant. And yeah, you have these guys running around with Tarans, and your frontal shield on this Galahad here, it just absorbs so much damage. This guy wanted me the whole time with his jump, and I just kept walking away from him so he could never reach me with it. I knew he was going to try, but he was never going to get to me. And yeah, got him pinned and got him killed. Nice. So yeah, this thing here, you're going to have a little bit more in a second where I use the Galahad. And of course, we're going to jump into the Butch with 4 times, what's it called, the Flux at the end of this video as well. So you guys are going to get something crazy right there. Hi there. That's a friend. It's a blue stealth thing on top of that. Bring that shield up so that this guy can't hit me here exactly with his Zeus and Dragoon. No, not Dragoon. Redeemer. And there is another Mercury. I thought he was gonna jump at me. That would have been the right thing to do if I was him, if I would have jumped at me, because I can't target him while he's using the stealth mode, right? But he actually didn't jump at me, he wanted to jump away. Okay, whatever. Only 550,000 damage done because it was a very quick round. Anyways, here we go on Canyon with a Redeemer Falcon once again, and then, as I told you guys, the Butch Flux in a few seconds. So you can see this guy. It's a Falcon with 3 times heavy aphid, so the thermite, and I just wait for him to fire them while I have my resistance, and as soon as he fired, I know I can drop my resistance, use all 3 weapons, and instantly kill him super quick. And then, unfortunately, I was stuck at the bridge, so I was unable to get all my firepower into that Mercury right there. But as always, I know he wants to get to me, he wants to jump at me, so I walk backwards, fire at him, and not allow him to reach me with his jump. Meanwhile, I have 66% damage resistance, so I'm fine, and I can just survive a little bit with only 1 heavy weapon firing at the same time. This guy is reloading, he has the Vortex. Oh, he was reloading. Ooh, that was a big hit. Getting through the frontal Ansel shield and then eliminating the guy and getting killed myself. Not bad. Okay, so Galahad time, guys. And I don't know why and how, but this guy somehow sits inside our base, between everyone being alive. Like, okay. Well, I got rid of him, and we are ready to pack a punch with our Galahad here. I want to show you how massive you can, you know, tank and just rule with this thing. And then also how massive you can get your ass whooped for rocking around with this thing and doing one false move at the false time, because you have a very low amount of health, 80 something thousand. Look at this, it's just nothing, right? But with a shield, it's quite a lot. So this is gonna be a crazy moment. We're rocking up here, killing the Thermite Fury. Thankfully, before all the rockets hit, I have the frontal shield up. The enemy Flux Heavy Gekko can't really get through my shield. Enemies are usually trying to kill something else when they can. Now I'm dropping my shield for only a second here in a second, okay? I have my shield up the whole time, right? And I know nobody is firing at me. See that? No one is shooting at me. I feel like, okay, I can drop the shield and walk a little bit faster. I drop the shield only for 1 second here. I drop it, hold on. Now here, I drop it, boom, instant kill. I dropped the shield for 1 second, instantly killed immediately. I don't know how and why they were even trying to shoot me, because with the shield normally they wouldn't have been able to get through me, but they tried to shoot me and I just happened to drop my shield at that moment. Boom, 80,000 health, instant kill. Man. Alright, we have one more round here with the Mercury, and we're not even done yet. We still have a little bit to go in this video. I told you guys it's a longer one. Hopefully it's not a problem to you guys. Maybe you have enough time, and if not, maybe you can watch the rest later or something. I just want to make sure I can show you everything this test server had to offer, and so you're informed about everything that comes up. The Mercury is jumping here. Boom. I used my jump to get in range to fire at the enemy. This Fujin right there, I think he's the one who killed me before when I had my Galahad, or it could be. So I'm gonna just completely ignore this Mercury next to me and instead go for the Fujin. He wanted to drop the shield, walk away out of my range arc for the explosion, and it worked, unfortunately for me. But I'm still getting in range, getting him killed, and then dying myself after I put one big hit into that Mercury. So here we go, guys. The Butch with 4 times Flux. Let's flux the heck out of these guys over there. And Mercuries, they have a moderate amount of health. It's okay. It's not crazy. It's okay. But yeah, you drain them quickly with this much firepower. It actually offers a good amount of firepower without being completely overpowered, I think. I have been using this a lot, and also on the Fury. I'm gonna make a video for you guys with the Fury 3 times and the Flux, right? And you will find, I think you will find that the weapon is good. It's okay, it does what it's supposed to do, but it doesn't carry the match, or it doesn't destroy the game balancing in any way. That's what I found the weapon works like. I don't think it's gonna be crazy overpowered. But yeah, once again, I'd like to hear what you guys think, and as usual, you will get my feedback, exactly the feedback I'm gonna give to Pixonic here with the feedback form in the pinned comment of this YouTube video. So if you scroll down, you'll find my comment in the very far up, probably top, and there you see the exact feedback I'm going to give for every single item or thing that is being tested on the test server, just so you guys know what it is. Alright, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe as brutal as a man can hit for more. Thanks for bearing with me. You guys are awesome. As always, Manni-Gaming signing off. Bye-bye. And I wish you guys all a great weekend. See you tomorrow, I guess. Bye-bye.